Did you know Marilyn Monroe was almost tagged as a Hollywood slut due to her curves? Yeah, she and other curvy actresses like Elizabeth Taylor and busty actresses like Jane Mansfield were mostly seen as Hollywood prostitutes because their hourglass figures held powerful men like President JFK spellbound. These are the top 10 Hollywood divas with impossible curves, and first on the list is number 10, Elizabeth Taylor. Legendary actress Elizabeth Taylor stood at 5 feet 2 inches tall. She had a figure that was timeless and charming. During her time, Taylor was known for her petite yet curvaceous physique. Throughout her illustrious career, Taylor had a weight that brought out her natural curves, which actually ranged from 115 pounds in her prime to a slightly fuller figure in her later years. With a toned bosom boasting a 34-inch breast size and a slender waist adorned with a 30-inch band, Elizabeth Taylor appeared confident and elegant in every role she portrayed. Her bra size of 32C perfectly complemented her hourglass shape. In addition, her captivating almond-shaped eyes, which were adorned with dark double lashes, held audiences captive with their rare violet hue. This was a unique feature that set her apart from her contemporaries. Taylor was so iconic that her eye makeup, which was showcased in her role as Cleopatra in the 1963 film, started a trend that remains popular to this day, the classic cat eye eyeliner look. Beyond her striking eyes, Elizabeth Taylor's signature raven black hair added to her charm, as it framed her face with its lustrous waves. Although she occasionally experimented with blonde hair for certain roles, her brunette hair remained her trademark. Throughout her career, Taylor's naturally thick hair allowed her to experiment with a variety of iconic hairstyles, further enhancing her status as a style icon. From glamorous updos to flowing waves, her versatility and elegance shone through in every look she sported. This goes to show that beyond the silver screen, Elizabeth Taylor's beauty left an indelible mark on the world of cinema and fashion, and even till this day, her legacy continues to inspire generations of admirers. In fact, Taylor was so beautiful and so curvy that her personal life was a whirlwind of scandal and romance brought about by that charm. For instance, she indulged in an infamous affair with her best friend's husband, Eddie Fisher, an act that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. But despite the cloud of controversies over her life, she remains a beauty goddess. Number 9, Rita Hayworth. Hayworth held audiences captive with her undeniable beauty and talent. Standing at 5 feet 6 inches and weighing 120 pounds, she was a wildly attractive figure that made her a standout in the golden age of cinema. Her curves and elegance earned her the title of top glamour girl in the 1940s, as she graced magazine covers and became a pin-up girl for military servicemen around the world. Despite her petite frame, she commanded attention on the screen and on the dance floor, often towering over her partners such as Fred Astaire, and this shows her versatility as a performer. She had the strong, shapely legs of a dancer and voluptuous curves all in the right places. Privately, she preferred to wear loose, flowing garments that allowed freedom of movement, but she looked her best in slinky, floor-length gowns slit to the thigh. Although beautiful, Hayworth's beauty was not confined to her physical attributes alone. Her magnetic presence and sultry charm stood out in iconic films such as Gilda, CoverGirl, and The Lady from Shanghai. In fact, her luscious lips were voted the best in the world by the Artists League of America in 1949, and she became a beauty icon for women everywhere. Her ever-changing hair color was reportedly altered 8 times in 8 movies, and this goes to demonstrate how versatile and willing the beauty goddess was to experiment with her looks. As a result, she became a trendsetter in the world of fashion and beauty. Evidence of Hayworth's beauty can also be seen in her lucrative modeling career, where she became the face of Max Factor's True Color lipsticks and Pan Stick makeup. Her flawless complexion and perfect pout made her the ideal ambassador for these cosmetic products, further cementing her status as a beauty icon. Despite the passage of time, Rita Hayworth's timeless beauty continues to inspire generations of fans and aspiring actors alike. Rita Hayworth still inspires women today with her outstanding poise and style. Number 8, Marlene Dietrich. With a height of 5 feet 4.5 inches, Marlene Dietrich had a gracefully moderate stature, but her weight of 124 pounds, a bust-waist-hip ratio of 36-26-33 inches, and a bra size of 34C makes her one of the curviest Hollywood divas in history. There is a lot to unpack about Marlene Dietrich. Many assume Marlene Dietrich was famous because she was a movie star, but she seems to have been one of the most beautiful, most curvy women who ever existed. Dietrich was born in Berlin in 1901 on the 27th of December. Her birth name was in fact Marie Magdalene Dietrich, with her family nicknaming her Lena, but she only adopted Marlene as her on-screen nickname, which was a combination of the two. Marlene was both beautiful and seductively fashionable. When queried about her charming fashion sense, she said, "I dress for the image. Not for myself, not for the public, not for fashion, not for men. If I dressed for myself, I wouldn't bother at all. Clothes bore me. I'd wear jeans. I adore jeans. I get them in a public store, men's of course. I can't wear women's trousers." Despite Dietrich's own remarks, costume designer Edith Head claimed that Marlene knew more about fashion than any other actress. Marlene was a highly successful actress who utilized her exotic looks, her graceful beauty, but also her talents to pave the way to fame. This is evident in her performances in Dishonored, Shanghai Express, Blonde Venus, The Scarlet Empress, The Devil is a Woman, to name a few. Number 7. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford was equally a drop-dead beauty. She was a highly ranked old Hollywood actress who took the Hollywood world by storm, especially during her 50-year-long career, which spanned from the 20s through the 70s. Crawford was famous for her iconic roles as Mildred Pierce in Mildred Pierce and Crystal Allen in The Women. The actress had an incredibly curvy body. Although Joan was around 5'3" or just under 5'4", she weighed 125 pounds and had an unbelievably stunning body shape that enthralls many till today. Crawford was so beautiful and curvy that Playboy listed Crawford as number 84 of the 100 sexiest women of the 20th century. Crawford's stupefying beauty and curviness made her one of the most sexualized actresses of her time, and indeed of all time. She had the fascination of powerful men who couldn't resist her charm. These influential men in her life included actor and producer Douglas Jr., as well as the charming Clark Gable among them. But it doesn't end there. Spencer Tracy also reportedly couldn't resist her charm either. Even Yul Brynner, with his undeniable magnetism, found himself captivated by Joan's charm and found himself sucked into her impeccable beauty and curves. Number 6. Ava Gardner. Known for her Oscar-nominated role in the 1953 film Mogambo, which co-starred Clark Gable and Grace Kelly, Ava Gardner appealed especially to her male viewers, and she is known to be one of the most curvy, most irresistible actresses of her time. With a set of piercing green eyes, a left chin unique to her alone, a body figure that was unlike many of her fellow actresses, Ava Gardner was an old Hollywood diva with an impeccably stunning look. Even more interestingly, Ava had a natural look that was not amplified by makeup. Ava wasn't just a pretty face and a curvy body. She had a high IQ to boot, an IQ of 154, just a little shy of Albert Einstein's 164. Despite the tragic end to her life, Ava Gardner continues to be an inspiration to the world of beauty, fashion, and acting. Number 5. Jane Mansfield. Jane, like Monroe, was an absolute sex symbol of the mid-90s. Jane Mansfield captivated audiences not just with her acting prowess, but also with her alluring figure and undeniable charm. With roles in films like The Girl Can't Help It and Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter, she showcased her comedic brilliance and seductive charm that has left a lasting impression on Hollywood. Off-screen, Mansfield's personal life was as captivating as her on-screen performances. She garnered attention for her numerous lovers and romantic escapades, with rumors swirling about her alleged affair with President JFK. Additionally, her alleged involvement with Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan, added a layer of intrigue to her persona, further fueling public fascination with her life. Despite her movies being unfamiliar to many, Jane Mansfield was an original blonde bombshell of Hollywood who left an indelible mark on 1950s celebrity culture. Even Hollywood historian James Parrish attributed her enduring impact to her hourglass figure, her captivating sashaying walk, and her breathy baby talk. She was defined as the boldest D-cupped actress of her time. Beyond being just a pretty face, Mansfield boasted a remarkably high IQ of 163 and fluency in multiple languages, yet she lamented society's fixation on her body measurements rather than her intellect. Her body, routinely measured and publicized in newspapers, earned her titles like the Cleavage Queen and the Queen of Sex and Bosom, with her bust size fluctuating due to pregnancies and motherhood. Mansfield's bosom was not just a physical attribute, but also a cultural phenomenon, which influenced the design of 1950s brasiers and contributed to the popularity of bikinis. However, as the 1960s approached, Societal ideals shifted towards slimmer figures, and this signaled the decline of the busty blonde bombshell era, exemplified by Mansfield, Marilyn Monroe, and Brigitte Bardot. Although Mansfield enjoyed much cinematic success, she wasn't immune to criticism, with some actresses expressing reservations about her demeanor. However, she remained unapologetic, confidently embracing her sexuality and boldly wearing outfits that courted controversy, as famously captured in the picture with Sophia Loren. Number 4. Vivien Leigh. With body measurements of 35, 25, 35 inches, standing at 5 feet 2 inches tall and weighing 51 kilograms, Vivien Leigh epitomized the classic hourglass figure that exuded undeniable allure and grace. Her luscious black hair cascaded effortlessly, framing her captivating blue eyes, adding to her irresistible charm. In a world enamored by beauty, her incredible physique and mesmerizing features made her an icon of sensuality and elegance, captivating audiences with every appearance. And although she is celebrated as one of the era's most stunning actresses of all time, Vivien Leigh embarked on a journey to prove her prowess beyond her enchanting looks. Despite her undeniable beauty, she aimed to showcase her acting talent, taking on diverse roles and challenging any preconceived notions about her abilities. Laurence Olivier, her husband, often urged critics to recognize her depth as an actress, emphasizing her skill beyond her captivating appearance. On the silver screen, Vivien Leigh commanded attention with her unforgettable performances, notably as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. This iconic role propelled her to cinematic superstardom, earning her an Academy Award. However, amidst her personal triumphs, Vivien grappled with tumultuous affairs and complex relationships, struggling to find stability and fulfillment in the tumultuous world of Hollywood romance. In the world of Hollywood, Vivien Leigh wasn't just a star, she was a powerhouse of talent. Her versatility shone as she effortlessly embodied a myriad of characters, captivating audiences with her grace and skill. Yet behind the glamour, she faced personal turmoil, navigating the complexities of love and fidelity in a demanding industry. Vivien's life resembled a roller coaster ride, marked by highs and lows that she bravely navigated. Number 3. Audrey Hepburn. This list would be incomplete without the timeless beauty of Audrey Hepburn. With eyes that sparkled like precious gems, her signature pixie cut framed her delicate features, or her perfectly arched eyebrows and flawlessly applied eyeliner added to give Audrey Hepburn exuded an aura of natural beauty and effortless charm that captivated the hearts of many. No doubt, Hepburn is one of the most beautiful, most curvy actresses the world has ever seen. She was even more renowned for her sense of fashion and her carriage. With a fashion sense that defined an era, Audrey Hepburn captivated hearts both on and off the screen. Her iconic pixie cut and elegant style made her a symbol of timeless beauty and sophistication. Unlike the voluptuous Hollywood stars of her time, such as Grace Kelly and Elizabeth Taylor, Hepburn represented a different kind of charm, one that resonated more with women than with men. Her chic and minimalist wardrobe, often adorned with statement accessories, set her apart as a fashion icon, earning her a coveted spot on the International Best Dressed list in 1961. Hepburn's collaboration with renowned designer Hubert de Givenchy cemented her status as a style icon, with her effortlessly chic ensembles gracing the silver screen in classics like Breakfast at Tiffany's and Funny Face. Off-screen, Hepburn's personal style was equally influential. Despite her immense beauty, she maintained a humble demeanor and even admitted to feeling insecure about her appearance at times. Yet her self-assuredness and understated elegance made her a role model for women around the world. Hepburn's enduring influence on fashion is evident even today, with magazines and designers continuing to draw inspiration from her iconic looks. Her impact transcends generations, with polls consistently naming her as one of the most beautiful women of all time. Even in death, Hepburn's legacy lives on, with her film costumes fetching record sums at auctions, and her timeless style immortalized in the annals of fashion history. Her words, "My look is attainable," resonate with women everywhere, serving as a reminder that true beauty lies in confidence and authenticity. Audrey Hepburn remains a beacon of grace, elegance, and enduring style, a testament to the power of fashion to inspire and uplift generations. Number 2. Mae West. Mae West, the multi-talented classic artist, stood at a mere 5 feet tall, but her presence was anything but small. Mae West was quite popular for her voluptuous figure, which she carried with undeniable confidence. Her hourglass shape was spellbinding, especially with every performance in every movie she acted. In an era that was marked by conventional standards, West's curvaceous physique, which weighed around 52 kilograms or 115 pounds, was a defining aspect of her persona. Despite her petite stature, she commanded attention wherever she went, and needless to say, she left a lasting mark on the world of entertainment. West often stirred both admiration and controversy. Like other actresses on this list, she had an hourglass silhouette which was especially accentuated by her rigid corsets. This became her trademark and served as her best publicity. In 1937, her iconic shape even inspired the fashion designer Elsa Schiaparelli, who used West's measurements as the basis for her shocking perfume bottle. In fact, despite being unable to meet in person, Schiaparelli crafted a torso based on West's figure, immortalizing both Mae West and herself in a timeless representation of femininity. With a keen sense of self-presentation, West strategically showcased her physical attributes throughout her career. Transitioning from vaudeville to the stage, she wrote and starred in the play Diamond Lil in 1928, donning form-fitting dresses that accentuated her hourglass figure. Embracing the style of the 1890s, her costumes flared at the skirt and hugged her curves, further enhancing her natural beauty. Recognizing the flattering effect of this attire, West adopted a similar fashion sense for both public appearances and private moments, cementing her image as the epitome of allure and sophistication. Despite her petite stature, standing only around 5 feet tall, West ingeniously employed high-heeled shoes to add height and glamour to her appearance. Often concealed beneath her floor-length dresses, her choice of footwear remained a key element of her overall image. Sporting heels with towering platforms, sometimes measuring up to 9.5 inches, she exuded confidence and elegance, leaving an indelible mark on the fashion landscape. Mae West's meticulous attention to detail and deliberate fashion choices contributed to her enduring legacy as a symbol of timeless beauty and charm. Number 1. Marilyn Monroe. No doubt about it, Marilyn Monroe is arguably the most beautiful, most curvy old Hollywood actress to grace the silver screen. In the 1950s, she was everywhere, impossible to miss. Monroe's image radiated vitality, oozed sexuality, yet carried a hint of innocence that left audiences captivated. She redefined the very notion of sexiness that set a new standard for public allure. No other star of her time challenged societal norms quite like she did. Marilyn Monroe's body shape was nothing short of iconic. Standing at 5 foot 5.5 inches tall, she had the proportions of a stunning goddess. With a 35-inch bust, 22-inch waist, which was notably smaller than the average American woman in the 1950s, and even more so compared to today's standards, and 35-inch hips, Monroe embodied the epitome of the hourglass figure. Her measurements were the stuff of legend, with a bra size of 36D adding to her beauty. Although her weight fluctuated based on her emotional state, her dressmaker recorded her at a svelte 118 pounds. Monroe's curves were celebrated and revered, setting a new standard of beauty in an era dominated by slender figures. Her figure, with its perfectly balanced proportions, became the envy of women everywhere and continues to be an iconic representation of femininity. But Monroe wasn't just a pretty face with a killer body and a seductive voice. Behind the scenes, she was a shrewd businesswoman, making stacks of cash for 20th Century Fox in an era of uncertain hits. Yet she refused to be a mere puppet of the studio, breaking boundaries by forming her own production company and handpicking her projects. Monroe was a trailblazer who shaped her own destiny in an industry dominated by men. What set Monroe apart was not just her sumptuous body and breathy voice, but also her keen understanding of her own image. She embodied sex appeal in a way that both aroused and soothed the anxieties of her time. Monroe's sexuality was the cornerstone of her star persona, and she, along with her studio and agent, embraced it unabashedly. In an era when such a portrayal would have been unimaginable, she posed for Playboy, had nude photos leaked, had high-profile marriages with baseball star Joe DiMaggio and playwright Arthur Miller that both ended in divorce, and struggled with substance abuse. This proved to be her downfall, with the 36-year-old Monroe dying from a drug overdose in 1962. While authorities believed it to be a suicide, there are many conspiracy theories surrounding her death, with some claiming she was murdered due to her affair with the then President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Despite this tragic end to her life, there is no doubt Monroe's legacy as one of the most iconic figures of old Hollywood endures, owing to her timeless beauty and enduring influence.